Whew, 200th YCS weekend has come to a close, and I would like to take this time to say I'm finally going to get to make that video that when I said Sky Strikers were the best deck, I was right! And you know what? I had a lot of commenters that were saying they're not the best deck. I also even had people that were like, oh, OCG mentalities can't be brought over to the TCG. And then just that, several discussions I had with a lot of players this weekend said they got a lot of ideas from the OCG. Ooh, it's almost like I'm right. So we're going to use my favorite fake quote. Just because you're right doesn't make you right. Because that's what I feel like I get some days in this video. Alright, let's dig into this discussion, shall we? You know, I always find it funny, the amount of naysayers out there that just, I feel ignorant some days. And this video might have me coming off as a condescending douchebag. I hope that's not the case, because this is one of those, whew, when you are right, you are fucking right. So I predicted Sky Striker to be the best deck. A lot of people disagreed with me. That's fine. Highest representation means a very solid thing. Sky Strikers proved that. Now, I had a discussion last week talking about Sky Strikers and looking at OCG mentalities and bringing them over. And a lot of people were naysayers. A lot of them were like, you can't adapt a concept from the OCG to the TCG. They're different formats. Yes and no. The thing that people have to understand is if you're transitioning over the raw core effect of the deck, it's not going to work. You have to make changes. You have to adjust it. Original ideas and concepts that are brought to our attention from their metagame, i.e., the pure Sky Striker build without needle fiber and stuff that the OCG was using, pretty much has adapted its way over here into some shape or form, whether or not it be in tech choices or things like that. So yes, I don't care what you say. I'm right, you're wrong on terms of being able to transition over ideas. I think, like I said, the big misconception here is people think that you are taking literally this and turning it into another copy of this, but instead we're taking this, turning it into this. We're refining this, alright? People don't understand that. You take concepts and ideas and you evolve them. It's what I don't understand. So there's that, alright? So yes, one of the biggest things is the OCG is ahead of their time, almost 95% of the time. And that's why a lot of people can play the market. Market manipulation, by the way, lol. Fucking paying attention to the things that happen in the OCG. Should I buy X card now? It originated somewhere. Alright, so that's my 2 cents there. I need to get that off my chest. Whew. Okay, point number 2 here. Sky Striker's the best deck. Deck had the highest representation in all 3 coordinates. Now, interesting to take note here that just because Burning Abyss did well in Europe and in Mexico doesn't mean that BA is a good deck. And I'll talk about that in a little bit because I do have a subsection note for BA here. But just because other decks were performing well doesn't mean that they're overall better. Okay, let's be real here. A deck with a Spellbook of Judgment, an entire plethora of toolboxes. I think that's the thing, like, literally when you look at Spellbooks and then you look at Sky Strikers, you're like, oh hell, the Armada of Sky Strikers is literally what the hell Spellbooks was in its day. So, probably gonna hit multi-roll next list, lol. Like, a very weird feeling that's what's gonna happen. But toolbox engines in themselves are incredibly broken. Being able to just... The deck is good because the deck can resource. The fact that the deck only had to slightly change as an engine for itself, but I mean, hell, I seen decks this weekend that were playing the Sky Striker engine, and in themselves, that was just the one Woodwanker, the one Afterburners, the Hornet Drones, if that, and then you just played 3 engage. Congratulations, you evolved the engine with the deck. The engine's still very splashable, I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's not as degenerate as what 3 Hornet Drones did, so there is that. But Sky Striker with the highest representation, still having the most power, we saw this coming a mile away, to be honest with you. So, still very, very critical to understand that reason why Woodwanker's going up at this point. Point number 2 here. Burning Abyss. Why did Burning Abyss have success in Europe and Mexico and not in America? So this is a really interesting theory. BA, I don't think, was anywhere near top 64 in America. Now, Summon Sorceress is legal here. which inherently makes more people playing Gouki. So, I mean, it's another gatekeeper into the top cut. So, here's my thing when I look at BA. BA is a deck that I think a lot of players look at as a going second deck. Actually, I think the deck is strictly going second. From the Mexican build, or Mexico build I saw down there. So there was that. Going second, 3 Blackluster Soldier, things like that. The deck is very, very aggressive. Beat the meta, kill your opponent. So it's almost like a evolved OTK deck. But when I look at the deck concept as a whole, I just don't see how the deck succeeds. And it's really weird because I think the more that I'm starting to see this, it's very apparent that each region of the world has a different metagame. And it's the same thing about Europe, and even if you look at Australia, even if you went more into Europe, you go to Germany, the UK, every part of the world, sure, you can all play the same decks, but a tech choice in a region might not work in the other region. It's kind of weird. So to see Burning Abyss do so well at both of these events, and not do so well in America, I almost want to think that it's going to be a regional deck. And it's really interesting to me because I didn't think we would live to see a day where a deck like Burning Abyss would be regional locked, having success. Maybe, let's be real, now that the deck's top players are going to try to take the deck to an event, they're going to try to test it out, they're going to try to get their feet wet with it and see if they can succeed with the deck. That's almost a given at the end of the day. So, my 2 cents there, I don't think BA is that great for the American metagame. I think Gouki overshadows it too much. I think the fact that American players are almost a lot more aggressive. I mean, we've literally just been building boards, and the fact that I don't think BA can handle the Gouki U-Link. So that's something to understand. It's just the pure existence of fucking Summon Sorceress changes everything. Now, on the flip side of that regional exclusive, remember, Mexico and the UK did not have Summon Sorceress legal. So the important thing to look at here is when you are almost looking at the American metagame, we're not saying we're a step ahead, but our format's a little bit worse. So going into this weekend, the wild card was Gouki. The only real thing that players knew was, well, shit, you're gonna have to play Magical Midfield Breaker. It was kind of like this, the major rumor. It's like you have to do this. The deck's very fragile. One hand trap, you're in a shitty situation all the way around. And that was kind of like the unfortunate thing that a lot of players are starting to accept. I know a lot of players that just dropped Gouki before this weekend and were just massively not impressed with the build. And honestly, 3 of my friends were in the same boat. They all dropped Gouki. They were like, I'm done with this. Enterwise, yes. In the top cut, second largest representation of the format, top cut was Gouki. Alright, we get into the finals. Guess what? Gouki versus Sky Striker. It's almost like Summon Sorceress helped move the deck along. Now, limitations and things made Gouki a more fair deck, and I will respect that from Konami. They did fix it. You should have still banned Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, but getting rid of Goblin, oh god, you fixed so many problems with that pile of trash. But people attempted to solve Gouki, and there was success to be had there. Now, I expected Altergeist to be the second best deck, kind of reflecting on the OCG, and Altergeist did have success, no doubt in my mind. I mean, 2 of them made what? 2 of them made it top 8, which is very good. But the unknown variable is America loves Gouki. I think we've evolved the deck a little bit more than the OCG. OCG was on some dark Gouki kick for a while with one of Gouki's. America's not about that life. We've been testing the 3 build. Our ratios are all completely different, but still the same concept behind what the OCG was doing with their stuff. Militias, it would just taken time for us to get there. So when you look at things, the wild card was definitely Gouki. Gouki had success. 100%. The deck is not dead, and it just took the 200th and 2,700 people in the room to witness Eagle Booster not allowing your opponent to attack over your Shizuku for people to go, oh yikes, my opponent can't U-Link me if they can't get the other zone. So just some little interesting things to note. So I think the 200th in America was, I'm not going to say it was the most interesting, but we had a lot of unknown variables to the entire player base. I will say congratulations to Burning Abyss. I mean, seeing this deck do well in this day and age, I will clap for you. It's fantastic, you know? So I just don't think BA is going to do good in America if somebody tries to play the deck. Just my 2 cents. So, guys, what do you think? Sky Striker's the best deck, LOL. Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I definitely think if Gouki didn't exist, BA would probably have a better solid matchup. Just being the rogue deck, knowing that if I go into a tournament, I only have to play against Sky Striker is like the big, fearful deck, but Gouki exists. So, yikes. Different formats, because of one card. Don't you love it? Alright guys, that's all I got. Peace out. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.